Hey guys, welcome to my channel or welcome back. These are free collective readings, so they may not resonate with everybody. So take what resonates and leave the rest. Okay, what does my collective need to know today? What does my collective need to know? Oh, come on now. Come on, please. We've got gloomy thoughts in reverse and gain a lot of money in reverse. Okay. So, hope in big water. Then we've got a long way. Then we've got work and occupation. And then we have a change. Alright, so. Okay, somebody has worked hard in order to get some sort of money, okay? But somebody surrounding this connection, they were so doom and gloom. Oh, look, we've got unexpected money. No way. Then we've got main person in reverse. And then we have good gentleman in reverse. Then we have good lady. Then we have receiving a gift. And then we have rich good gentleman and a journey in reverse. Okay. So in this connection, there's already somebody who was already rich. Okay. But surrounding this masculine or feminine's occupation and line of work, they should have received a lot of money. This unexpected income, all right? And we've got main person in reverse. It's like a feminine energy, but it could be masculine energy also, because they was raking it in. A gardener could be involved. So I'm getting a gardener, all right? Somebody who has a gambling addiction. Somebody who has a gambling addiction could have spent a lot of this money, what they took, on gambling. Also a farmer. I'm getting a farmer. Somebody who owns a farm or used to own a farm. They wanted to change, all right? They was buying some gifts, like presents for each other. They could be out now, maybe not right now, but doing some sort of Christmas shopping with somebody else's money. Trying to stop their journey, all right? Got somebody who could be like a chess player, all right? Somebody who enters some sort of chess competitions. Somebody who's already rich, okay? Somebody who already had a lot of money, but they got involved in taking some of this unexpected income, all right? Feminine and masculine energy involved, okay? Someone who's got like lady, do you know, 0303? Somebody who's like deemed as like a lady. Do you know where they've got like the first name lady so-and-so or lady so-and-so? So I'm getting a lady so-and-so was involved, but we've got good lady. Okay, I just don't know if they are actually a good lady, but they want to be seen as a good lady. So what we've got is like racing dogs, all right? So they're involved in racing dogs. Okay, so we've got racing. We've got this rich good gentleman. This is a detective, not rich good gentleman, good gentleman. This is a detective, but this is not a good detective. So we've got a detective who's not a very good detective. We've got somebody who is a gardener, somebody who works at a farm, somebody who works in some sort of betting office, like Betfred or something like that, who works at a casino. We've also got somebody who is linking to a beach, because there's like a beach here. Alright, somebody who's linking to a beach, somebody who lives right near a cliff and a sea, okay, where there's like seals, alright, somebody who lives near a cliff, so this is all linking together, somebody who's linking to a cliff, okay, they've been watching masculine or feminine, alright, they've been watching masculine or feminine. Somebody who's linking to like a zoo, or somebody who's linking to a nature reserve or an animal sanctuary or something like that is involved. So they could be distributing money and putting this into some sort of animal sanctuary or a pets, like vets or something like that, and racing, betting on racing dogs, alright? And somebody was linking to a seaside town who's not a very good detective. Good gentleman in reverse. Evil eye, a lot of evil eye. So they're all watching this masculine or feminine as they're probably being out shopping, buying gifts, okay, to put under their Christmas tree. They've been trying to block this masculine or feminine's journey, okay. They've been meeting on up all these false fake people, alright. We've got pleasant letter in reverse and main person, alright, and then we've got prison, we've got court, and then we have theft, yeah. So they've been sending out court documentation, 555. They've been doing everything they can, sending not very pleasant letters to this masculine or feminine, this main person who works up at a prison, who has links to a corrupt court, who's been stealing this money, alright? Somebody linking to a prison, somebody linking to a court. They're trying to cover up this theft, okay? One of these people already had enough money in their account, but they thought because they're suited and booted and they're rich and they're posh, because some of these people have already had riches, alright? But they got involved in robbing someone else's riches. Penguin could be significant. Penguin could be significant. What's them places called? Where you go, like the animal sanctuaries where there's like animals, and then there's like penguins swimming. Yeah, so they could be distributing this money, okay, and putting these monies into some sort of charities, okay, in order to try and avoid karmic debt, because this is how they work. They take a load of money, 0707, and then they start giving money to all these different charities, okay, to try and avoid their karmic debt is what I'm getting. Penguins. Pen could be significant. Pen. Penguin. Linking to this main person who works within a prison or a courthouse or both, because they're linking together, alright? They want to play King of the Jungle. Look at these lions here. So this is the type of masculines, feminines, who think the lions are lionesses. King of the bloody jungle. King of the jungle. They could have some offshore overseas accounts in Paris, is what I'm getting. Alright. Offshore overseas accounts in Paris. Look at this parrot here. So it's like these sanctuaries or nature reserves where there's different animals where you can go see, linking to a racing dogs, parrots in these sanctuaries. So they've been putting money into these different like charity organisations. They could also be storing money inside of a prison, is what I'm getting. Also be storing money inside of a prison. A lot of robbery and theft. But they could have an offshore overseas account in Paris, is what I'm getting with this tower here. Paris or maybe even Blackpool. Okay, Paris or maybe even Blackpool. Paris or Blackpool. Parrot Sanctuary. And look at this butterfly. One of the nature reserves where there's like butterflies there. You know, where you go into a room and then there's just loads of butterflies there. I mean, they have one in East Park where I'm sure there's one where there's loads of like butterflies there. Or somewhere like out of town. This is somebody who likes to drink a lot of tea or coffee. These fake, false people who are trying to stop and block this masculine's journey because they don't want them to get some sort of money. They've all been meeting on up, talking about falsifying things. Some of these people could have a background in horse riding, is what I'm getting, alright. Could be linking to some sort of navy, could be linking to some sort of marines, so navy or marines. Okay. They've been travelling around, there's been lots of travelling around, there's been lots of meeting on up and discussing this. Look, I told you, navy, marines, some sort of military. And they bought off a house or a home, and then we've got marriage card. So we've got a married couple, okay. We've got another couple who is together. We have some military people who's bought like a house or a home, and they've been at these meetings discussing who's going to get what, alright. They've been involved in poisoning, alright. Maybe your ex could be involved with this sad news and this success in love and false person right above it. There could be a false fake ex involved of this masculine or feminine. They've been involved in poisoning. They wanted to create some sort of scene, 11/11, where they was all going to start crying after poisoning masculine or feminine to death. Like, look, maybe poisoning this masculine or feminine to death inside of their own home. A married couple involved, some lovers involved, or maybe an ex-lover, all been meeting on up and discussing this. Some of the masculine shares child or children with. Okay. Yeah. Yes, let's have a look. Paying people to verbally abuse, alright. They've got involved in selling stuff for financial gains, money, power, fame and social status. Alright, they will have to sell their homes to pay back. So they have bought some sort of house homes, alright. Then we've got want your blessings. Always trying to downgrade this masculine or feminine to make them feel insecure. They got involved in some conservatorship like Britney Spears, alright. They've been getting involved in stop and block justice spells, abuse of power, unjust advantage of individuals, organisations or governments. So trying to stop and block justice. They've gained some sort of conservatorship over this masculine or feminine and their wealth, alright? But they've been distributing it between each other, and there's a lot of people getting involved. They could have even got involved in robbing this masculine or feminine's house home after poisoning. Alright, so poisoning this masculine or feminine, deliberately trying to make them ill, okay, through some sort of poisoning and abuse of power, okay, or trying to downgrade this masculine or feminine to make them feel insecure. They want this masculine or feminine's blessings, then paying people to verbally abuse you. So they've been verbally abusing this masculine or feminine, making them feel sick. Alright, 13, and then while the poisoning and making this masculine or feminine sick, putting them in hospital, claiming that they're sick, but they're deliberately making this masculine or feminine sick. They've been robbing this masculine or feminine's house home, but it's been ordained by the courts, you see. They're losing everything for what they've done. Fraud, mail or wire communication, a scheme to defraud someone in a material deception. Could end up on worldwide news, yeah. Look at this. Claimed you passed to claim inheritance. This is where this sad news comes on in. So maybe even held like a fake funeral, poisoned this masculine or feminine to death, and they all got round and started pretending to be blubbing, because I'm getting in this connection, they probably already wrote out what they was going to say at this masculine or feminine's funeral. Alright, could be linking to a corrupt church involved also, who's been covering up evidence. I am getting that this group of people with military backgrounds and military connections, corrupt coppers, they was all writing down what they was going to say at this masculine or feminine's funeral, because they were seeking full control of this masculine or feminine. And here's this little child, and here's his child abduction. So they've abducted child or children, alright, off this masculine or feminine, poisoning, alright, and then try to take full control of this masculine or feminine, poisoning, trying to stop you from getting help, lied on earth. Look, I said, didn't I? A church involved with this frigging window here, look. Clergy, priest, bishop, cardinals, preachers, pastor, pope, ministers involved. Wow, wow, wow. Wants to be your handler. So they're doing everything they can to be this person's handler and control their full life. Take everything off them, take the children, scoop all the money, alright. They buy gifts. They've all been strategizing. They've been distributing the money into these like different sanctuaries, pet sanctuaries, alright. We've got a detective who works near a beach, a seaside, alright. Some of these people live near, I've got Freemasons, Brotherhood, BLOOD, Luciferians, someone who lives near a cliff, alright. Someone who could live near a waterfall, some sort of a waterfall. Definitely something to do with farm or farmers, where they've got animals. They could have been meeting up out of general public eye, you know what I mean, like, meet me here. No, members of the general public usually go to this place, okay, so meet me here is what I'm getting. But there's already somebody who's got the name as Lady. Do you get what I mean? Lady so-and-so, Lord so-and-so, Lady so-and-so. So there's a lord and a lady involved. A lord and a lady is involved in this, in distributing this money. But they already had enough money, is what I'm getting. They already had enough money, but they just wanted more. Alright? More, 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 more. Nothing's ever enough. Plots, plans, schemes exposed. They wanted to sweep it under the rug, but you're ripping the rug from right under their feet. Wants to be a handler again. Copy of signature to claim assets, money. They're all partners in crime. Even this corrupt detective, partner in crime. They've been paying for a shit ton of readings. We've got age 35 to 40. Exposed the full community. They've all lost souls, soulless. Corrupt law paying for sex workers. Paying for beauty treatments with stolen money, and in this connection could be some sort of an ex-military man or what have you, who's doing unblocking me spells, dirty law officials paid under the table, filing false bloody report. And we've got grand larceny, theft of personal property, intent to deprive owner of it permanently. And they will be charged with multiple crimes. So this main female, or this good lady, yeah, their husband is involved, okay? This main person who works at a prison, who's linking to a corrupt law, courthouse, they've been trying to bump this masculine or feminine off. Bump this masculine or feminine off, alright. Curvins are trying to reverse spell work. They've been doing bald spells, hair loss spells, okay? Posing to be this masculine or feminine online. So full on stolen identity, weirdos. Separation spells between this masculine or feminine and their children, whilst abducting child or children, doing separation spells. They use BLOOD. I've had one of these done on me and my kids. White woman, dagger, sliced her hand, okay? Blood was going everywhere, alright? Doing blood magic to separate me from my child or children. Nephews are involved. They have BLOOD on their hands because they've been doing blood magic. Be gel of me spells. No way. No way. No way. 1919. So when you see these posh people with these posh houses, and maybe a lot of people in the general public look up to them because they like, look at them, they've got a nice big posh house. Majority of it is from robbing the life out of other people. They're linking to satanic rituals, obviously, if they're Luciferians, and they do BLOOD earths, alright, and they do all these separation spells with BLOOD, satanic rituals, Baphomet rituals, conjuring up demons and devils. When you get told to go to court, it's called a summons, isn't it? That's because they're summoning demons and they're summoning the devil. Abuse videos, okay. Linking to the dark web, we've got an antiques dealer involved, a corrupt funeral home involved. With this antiques dealer, they could be putting money in this antiques dealer's account so they can buy more antiques. They could actually be linking to a museum, okay? And I don't know, and I'm getting some sort of museum with an antiques dealer, alright? Antiques dealer, so probably putting money into a museum, alright? You could be running rings round these karmics. They've got identity crisis. Now, they have identity crisis because they pose to be that many different people online, okay? None of these people know who they are because they've sold the souls and the lost souls. So they don't even know who they are. We've got you took down a gang, cult or coven, because this is cult, coven ties, okay? Antiques dealer, where they are probably buying gifts, alright? Probably buying old-fashioned chessboards. Old-fashioned chessboards, alright? But look at how she is. This lady, she already had enough money. But she just wanted more. Yeah, wanted everyone else's gifts and blessings. Because she thought, I'm lady of the manor, I should have some of this money. And he was like, corrupt detective, I'll help you set this masculine or feminine for bloody crimes. Alright, but I am definitely getting like some sort of chess player, or someone who's spending this money on an antique chessboard in an antique dealer's yeah, I mean, don't know what they're called, but there's something to do with a museum. BLOOD money. They've got involved in animal sacrificing. They want to know your every move, alright? They could want to make this death look like an accident now with this poisoning. Oh, it was an accident that just slipped away, maybe from a heart attack or something, because I'm feeling a funny feeling in my heart. Maybe from a heart attack or something like that. Deliberately torment you for speaking the truth. People aged 50 to 55 are involved. We've got dark practitioner, dark energy worker, because they are dark witches and warlocks. I mean, what do you expect a dark witch and a dark warlock to do? Eh? Give you a bloody hug? Send you peace, love and light? No, darlings. Death, magic, a lot. Heart attack spells, probably. Heart attack rituals. Racketeering, dishonest and fraudulent business dealings, commercial profit, extortion and bribery. But like I say, they're passing it all out. They'll even get involved in just robbing the life out of people's houses, homes. Could be something to do with an account in Paris or an account in Blackpool. Paris or Blackpool could be significant. They did keep sending unpleasant letters towards this masculine or feminine to appear at a prison, dragging them round in the system. Do you know what I mean? You've got to be here and you've been bailed, or you're going to get charged for this and you're going to have to appear at court to cover up this theft. Witness intimidation, blackmailing anyone they can. Flight tickets with stolen money, maybe to flying off to Paris or what have you, and put some money in a Paris account. We have got attempted murder. Then we've got character assassination, malicious and unjustified harming of a person's good reputation. They're about to feel God's wrath. Your case is shocking, almost unbelievable. Getting involved in reactive abuse, so riling their victim up. Hates this masculine or feminine because this masculine or feminine outranks them, so they're just rallying the bloody troops. Any dark witch, any dark warlock, any dark practitioner, come on, join in. All the Luciferians from Paris to frigging Berlin's involved in this. Stealing anything they can from you, addicted to stealing. Then we've got You rejected them, it hurts, so they decided to ruin you. So this is something to do with an ex, a fake, false ex, who could be addicted to drugs or drugs trafficking. Drugs trafficking. This masculine or feminine could have trust issues, past trauma or abuse. I'm not surprised. They got involved in weird witchery. They've got a shit ton of entity attachments. Corrupt nurse or healthcare workers say, oh yeah, we'll give them wrong medication, don't you worry, we'll bump them off. Don't worry, we'll label them as mentally incompetent, we'll label them as paranoid, or we'll label them as bipolar, or we'll label them as this, that and the other psycho, yada yada yada. Shit ton of shit, bollocks, corrupt military involved, full communities involved because they've all been noshing each other off, the lot. Paying neighbours to watch you report back. Yeah, and then they join these meetings. I love spells. Oh, what a set of freaks there. They have no morals, yet they want to take the moral high ground. Involved in money laundering, I told ya. Trying to follow you with guns to end you before you speak out. Large group of people conspiring against you. All this masculine or feminine got involved in child abduction because I think it's a fun game. So corrupt social services are involved. Blockage spells. Shut the fuck up spells. Block communication with them, so they created fake accounts to watch you from. Freaks. Probably getting all the partners. Wanted fame for doing some sick shit to you. Alright, but I don't know. Dark witches, dark warlocks, but I'm getting a lot of them have dropped down dead from the backfire. Want access to this masculine or feminine's energy for protection or grower. They're feeling ill from the black magic that they've done. So now they're feeling sicky poos, darling. They're not feeling very well, these corrupt military has all been meeting on up with. All these frigging low rank cranks, okay? We've got a married couple who work within housing, and we've also got somebody who's even married, claims to be married or was married before, who's got involved in drugs trafficking. An abomination to the Lord, Jesus Christ. They've been tampering with evidence to cover up a crime, and they've been poisoning. I mentioned that, didn't I? Poison manipulation, venom manipulation, various toxins inflict negative effects upon target to cause total paralysis or even kill someone outright. All for the love of money, but wasn't even theirs in the first place. Now these people, right, are acting like they don't know this masculine or feminine, but I'm getting a lot of people who don't know this masculine or feminine is involved. So many people involved in cover-up. Honestly, all the chakra magic, crown chakra, whamming that, whamming third eye because they don't want this masculine or feminine to expose them, okay? Throat chakra magic, heart chakra, solar, sacral root to knock this masculine or feminine out of balance. Even people aged 75 to 80 need to grow the hell on up. They really do. Worried about being caught for evil acts and evil deeds for years, so do it. End yourself spell, alright. Used ID, birth certificate, social security number to open up a bank account. Trying to wrongfully imprison this masculine or feminine, like I said. Pleasant letter in reverse. Main person in reverse, alright. Linking to a prison. Trying to constantly get this masculine or feminine locked up and ragged around in frigging prison cells and told to get the car at this time, yada yada yada, because they've got to appear at court for crimes they've not frigging committed. Fucking cranks. Lodged under investigation. They seek full control, but they can't even control how many times they fiddled with themselves a day. They really can't. It's all that sex magic, bouncing back, they're just banging on off, they're like, oh my god, they're energy vampires. People aged 60 to 65, set of fucking wrong uns, alright, paying for surgery with stolen money, so they're getting surgery, rhinoplasty, nips and bloody tucks, new teeth, alright, couple of mil in the lips, the lot, couple of mil in the lips, alright. Someone's getting something clipped off their ass because they've got legions of demons hanging off their ass. Alright, Forged documents are being examined. Alright. We've got a Prime Minister involved. Modernising the country's economy in monarchy, so something linking to monarchy. This is why I'm saying, good lady, and stuff like that. Some of them have already got money. I said this, didn't I, in the beginning of the reading? Some of these people have already got money, but they like to rob everything else off everyone, and because they're linking to the monarchy, yeah, they've got all the people in the prison and the courthouse, rallied them up with these Freemason meetings, meeting in lodges, all that shit, alright. Yeah, they have. They have. They have. I don't bloody know. Probably people who work within housing, local rent office involved, alright. I'll do a couple more. I don't bloody know. So butterfly sanctuary, bird sanctuary with parrots, some sort of sanctuary where there's like penguins and seals. Racing dogs, linking to racing dogs, maybe even linking to horse racing, alright? Linking to some sort of navy or, what's the other one? Marines, okay, army. Linking to these corrupt bloody churches, or religious place of worship, that's coming to light. Bad health in reverse, and it's coming to light that they deliberately poisoned this masculine or feminine, and a Prime Minister's involved. Alright, we've got family room in reverse. This could be like ex's family involved, or people from family who this masculine or feminine barely even speaks to, involved in abducting child or children in order to gain power and control. Somebody could have done this to their own child. So they could have done this to their own child, satanically ritually abused their own child throughout their full life, and then as they've got older, maybe quite possibly having some money coming on in, they got involved in abducting child or children and wanting to continue that satanic ritual abuse, rippling right down a bloodline. We've got official person and coffin in reverse. Then we've got concern, because 33-degree Masons are very, very concerned about their lodge getting raided. Oh, and a community of 33rd-degree Masons. We've got official person in reverse, and then we have coffin in reverse. So quite possibly, maybe even ex-army, soldier, military, alright, involved. So actively serving, and then the ones who's left are involved with these corrupt judges. We've got forts in reverse, and we've got not hiring, and we've got courthouse, and they're all going to prison. All of them. Every single one of them. They're going to be left with nothing, alright? They're going to have to sell their homes, look. Message of concern, they don't want it there, because they're going to have nothing in prison, and I mean nothing. They're not going to have a penny to scratch their bloody asses with. Not a penny to scratch their asses with, is what I'm getting. High on it. It's in reverse though, they're not. They just want to trot around acting like they're high on it. All the frees there. They're not. They just want to act that. Somebody could be going through a divorce, or if they're not going through a divorce, there's a couple who's already been through divorce. So a couple who's already been through divorce and remarried, involved in taking this money. Definitely a couple who's been married before, got divorced and married again. We've got wealthy man in reverse. We've got occupation, fabricating, blowing things out of proportion, linking to one of these, fabricating shit. He just wanted to be a wealthy man, so obviously he was going to get involved. But this could be an ex, okay, who got involved in getting his children kidnapped and wants his children to be ritually abused. Doesn't work. We've got occupation in reverse. So this man doesn't work, but all of a sudden he's living a life of luxury by snatching his own kiddies, alright, probably being off out shopping, getting Christmas gifts for these kids who they've got involved in snatching, splitting the money amongst themselves, strategising, alright. Could have bought a house or a home, yeah. Sold a house or a home, getting involved in like property development, alright. Sudden wealth in reverse and house, home. They've been selling houses, homes, have been taking people's houses off them. Like, this masculine or feminine should have had enough money to buy their own house or a home, but instead, they took the money and they've all been paying off the rent, the mortgage, okay, and they've all been buying houses, homes, flats, apartments, alright. Message in reverse, sudden wealth in reverse. They've been splitting the money, and some of them have been just getting involved in gambling and going to like casinos and stuff like that, thinking they're fucking great, these cranks, look. Oh, come on, guys, we'll all start going on the lash and we'll go gambling and we'll just piss this money up the bottom, but it's all stolen money anyways, so even if we lose all the money, it doesn't really matter, does it? Yay! So we've got all these corrupt law, corrupt community and stuff, people from inside the community and outside the community linking to other courthouses because they've all been having meetings, alright? And they've been going out on the lash, alright? Going to casinos with this man here. He's like, yay! Expectation in reverse, and we've got high honour in reverse. He wants to be seen as high honour in his local community, okay? Could be wanting to be seen as a bloody politician or next Prime Minister. Yeah, he's the next Prime Minister. Jimmy, his journey's coming to an end, yes, and he's going to go back into raggedy. Because he's putting a lot of hard work in behind the scene with this bint, alright, who also wanted to be seen as Iron Man. This silly cow thought she could avoid judgment. She did, she thought she did. They thought. She's been falsifying, alright, we've got occupation and working against her own child or children, alright, to cover up stealing this money, alright, so doing black magic on her own child or her own grandchildren, acting all fake, false, going, oh yeah, proper work real hard for this money. Lying little bin. She didn't want people to know 6 years in her head. She just wanted to swan around like we've got a privileged lady in reverse and they're all going to get locked up for taking this money. Yeah, and they bought a home. They got to sell their houses, the home and everything. Started a smear campaign, they did. Look at him. I want to be next Prime Minister, please. 37. Yeah, I want to be a politician. Fuck off. Get yourself locked up, you low-rent crank. Fucking trot around acting all high on her. Because of these family, alright, because of these cranks, they brought the full fucking Freemasons down with them. And that, yeah, this family, look. Because of this family, because of these low-rank cranks, alright, getting involved in all this shit, they brought the full fucking Freemasons down to their bloody knees, they have. Even someone who masculine or feminine was caught in or dating sometime. Even masculine or feminine who was dating sometime, they came to this masculine or feminine's house, her, seen child or children and thought, oh, I can't wait, because I'm corrupt military, I can't wait, yeah, to try and bump you off and snatch your kiddies because they was involved in child trafficking and they thought that they'd get away with it. Could have even actually put this masculine or feminine in a false marriage, okay, with a mentally immature, retarded father figure who used to be married. Mentally immature, retarded father figure who used to be married has put his own child or grandchild in some sort of false marriage in order to claim assets, okay, in order to take hold of a home, in order to buy masculine or feminine lovers. Ex is involved, bought themselves a home and wanted to make out like they worked hard and trot around the local community like the high honour. Alright, and because of this family, alright, and ex's family, full Freemasons, darling, is coming crumbling and crashing down. And he's like, I knew we shouldn't let them in. They was expecting to come out of poverty, alright? And he even sold his own grandchild or fucking daughter or son out. Real unconcerned as well. Selling his own child or grandchild or grandchildren out because he's a sick fuck. Yeah, he's all about the money. With this bins, theft. You can't make it up, can you? You can't make it up. You cannot make it up. Let's check on in. Judge adjudication, and we've got change. Of course they have. Of course they have. Changing the bloody documentation. We've got bad health in reverse while there was poison in this masculine or feminine. Alright, because what they wanted with this distant horizon is to help this family. Take power and control. Okay. Cover up this theft. Sorry about that there. Right. Cover up this theft and spend it on drugs trafficking, crack, smack, ket, fet, off the bonds on the road, delivering crack, smack, ket, fet, up and down the UK or wherever. Yeah, crack, smack, ket, fet. And because these corrupt judges have been changing legal documentation, change, adjudication, they're going to prison. So this family, X's family, alright, because of what they've done, they've brought the full entire Freemasons down with them. Full entire Freemasons is going down with this family. I knew we should never let them in. I knew we should never let them in. We should never have let them in. We should have never tried to help them. Because now we've let them in, the full Freemasons has been exposed and all our plots and plans and schemes. We should never have let them in. We should never have let them in. We should never stole this off this masculine or feminine now. Because we thought it was above the law. We thought, look, linking to a corrupt funeral home where they bump people off, look, they're going to be exposed. Yes, they are. Maybe the lodge has been under investigation for a while. Hopefully, when one of these people, something about some of these people will get locked up, they're going to have an apple, alright? They're going to bite on an apple, alright? And then they're going to get an apple lodged in their throat, one of them. And again, someone's got some sort of legions of demons hanging off their ass, alright? Someone's got legions of demons hanging off their asses, getting involved in attempted murder, buying flight tickets for stolen money, and witness intimidation, blackmailing anyone they can. And the one who's got legions of demons hanging off their ass, who's been buying flight tickets with his stolen money, has got involved in racketeering, dishonest and fraudulent business dealings, commercial muppets, extortion and bribery, and there was bees in around with stolen money with them legions of demons, was 42, and they've got them, with them legions of demons hanging off their ass. They're also a serial cheater, they can't stay loyal. They're all turning on each other, and they're like, I didn't know you had a legion of demons hanging off your ass. And they're like, how do you know? How do you know I've got all these grapes and all this stuff hanging out of my ass? Just because they're chatting shit all the time. That's it. They do nothing but chat shit, alright? Legions of demons hanging off their ass, alright? When these get locked up, or some of them was getting locked up, or what have you, we're all going to get locked up. Basically, somebody in this connection, when they get locked up, they're going to get an apple from the prison shop, and they're going to choke on the apple, and they're going to get it lodged in the throat, and probably die in prison from a lodged apple in their throat is what I'm getting. 43, you see. It is. Lodged apple in the throat. Alright. So there's hope. Keep. There's hope. There is hope. Lodged apple in the throat. I don't know. Could get any likes to play chess. It is linking to this a detective. A corrupt detective. A corrupt detective is linking to. Here he is, this corrupt detective waiting with pals or whatever for all these drugs to come on in. Corrupt detective, alright, waiting for all these drugs to come on in. Couldn't even detect a lie, even if he wanted to. because this full family is going to prison and they've got to appear before a real judge at a real courthouse when they're not going to be paid, not going to be swayed, alright, because all these Freemasons are coming down with them, all the force there, all these Freemasons are coming down with them, all of them, for this theft, alright. Again, this penguin is, I'm getting this penguin is significant. They've even put some money in like one of them sea life sanctuaries, you know, where there's like penguins and seals and stuff like that. Or one of them walks like a penguin. One of them walks in their courtroom. Like bloody happy feet. We've got bereavement in reverse and theft. They wanted to bump this masculine off, feminine off, even with this corrupt detective. Because they, look, I'm getting like, there's two swans here, Swan Lake or something like that. Because they wanted to go to some like opera house or, yeah, they wanted to be like on a balcony in some sort of, 45, in an opera house. There's somebody in this connection, they go watch opera from a balcony. You know, where they need one of them things to see people on the stage. Maybe went to Swan Lake at some point. Like an opera thing. Corrupt detective. Meeting on up. People on horses. Horse racing. Linking to some sort of a beach or something. Seaside town where it's got a cliff. Sending unpleasant court documentation out. You've got to appear here at this time. You've got to get yourself to this prison over here. You've got to get giving gifts out under the table. We've got rich girl in reverse and court person in reverse. Because they're bloody corrupt. So we've got a married couple who, with this rich girl, went to this courthouse and they've split some money amongst themselves and they've been going shopping, even maybe quite possibly this year, buying Christmas gifts with stolen money. Fucking cranks, aren't they? Absolute cranks. Something where they're going to like opera and watching opera. You know, like, for example, like Hull Theatre. This married couple, for example, was bought home. Yeah. Maybe going to see something like Swan Lake, or they've been to see something like that. Do you know what I mean? Two fishes there at the bottom. Pisces could be significant. But they've been swanning around, alright, look, I've got all these gifts for you with all this stolen money. What do you mean? You keep trying to bump this person off to corrupt this theft of this unexpected income and all this money. And getting involved in drug trafficking. Honestly, I'm telling you, some of these people have been Christmas shopping this friggin' year, buying each other gifts from stolen bloody money. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. They're all going to get locked up. Someone moved out of a flat or apartment into a big house with this money, and they've been going out shopping and buying everyone Christmas gifts with stolen money, and they're sending the one who they've stolen off, evil eye, and constantly paying for readings on this person. And then if the reader says, yeah, they're going to get this money back, they're like, right, we've got to find some dark witch or dark warlock and bang some fucking spell work on them. But they're all turning on each other. They're probably dobbing each other in to get lesser time. Which is great, because, well, dob each other in. Go on, Dobby. Go on, fucking Dobby. 48, 48. Send me peace, love and light.